I'm going to teach you how to go from zero to an AI scientist in FANG making $500,000 a year in one day. No, so that's not what I'm going to do. Hey everyone, I'm Drew. I am a principal data scientist at a large US bank. And I made this video for two purposes. One, to present a framework that I've used to cut through the noise and actually learn skills that matter in the AI ML job market. And two, to talk about the textbook that I recommend, An Introduction to Statistical Learning, as a starting place if you're just breaking into machine learning. Just to drive this point home a little bit, I'm here on YouTube. I searched Learn AI in 2025, and there are infinite videos, right? It goes forever with these roadmaps, AI agent videos, how to get rich quick with AI agents. And there's nothing wrong with any of this. I'm sure there's value to some of these videos. The issue to me is how to not just keep falling victim to the shiny object syndrome, keep watching the newest videos, how to get out of that cycle and actually start learning stuff that will help you get a job that's awesome. So here is the framework for how to effectively learn DS, ML, AI, whatever you want to call it. And this is what I used to break into the field, but also still use to try to learn new skills, and really not even just specific to machine learning, but any new skills. So the first principle is to slow down and read books. So I think, yeah, this has helped me so much because there are just so many articles on towards data science, on LinkedIn, and the reality is that many of them are bad, right? You put a lot of effort into reading them. Some of them are great, but many of them are bad. And with a book that has professors who are putting years of their career into writing this book, it's edited, there are many additions, thousands of hours went into it. That is always going to be better than a LinkedIn article that someone wrote with ChatGPT. So with that first principle, I think that An Intro to Statistical Learning is a great book to start with if you are new to ML, and that's what this series is about. Two is to self-test. So use ChatGPT. I specifically use ChatGPT. You can use whatever model you want for self-testing the material that you're learning. I'll demo how I specifically do that at the end, but that is just huge to actually retain what you're reading. Three is projects, right? Everyone knows this. You got to actually get into the code, get into the data, right? To learn this stuff. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And that, I really think that is so true. Okay, so this is just an outline of the textbook for those who are interested in reading it. I highly recommend reading it. Even if you're not new to the field, I'm rereading it right now, which is why I'm making this series. So yeah, these are the 13 chapters. All of them are great and contain information just crucial to the field. And then just to drive this home, the self-testing and projects, right? Both self-testing and project-based learning independently claim to increase retention by 50%. As a scientist, I feel like there's a little sketchiness to the fact that they're both 50%. But yeah, test yourself, right? Just as you read, test yourself using some sort of AI. It's a super awesome hack for learning quickly. Okay, and then just sort of summarizing what this series is about. There's the intro, this video, motivating why you should invest your time to read this book because it's going to take time. And then the rest of the series is one short video explaining the most important concept from each chapter. And these are all concepts that are crucial to AI ML work and concepts that are almost guaranteed to be encountered in interviews in this space. And then with each video, there will be a Google Colab notebook demoing the concept in Python. This Google Colab is nice for this because you don't need to create your own environment or anything like that. You can just open this on a web browser. And that way you can just get your hands dirty with some demos, with code right off the bat, looking at some data sets and quickly gain intuition with respect to these different concepts. Okay, so the last thing real quick is how I use ChatGPT to do this self-testing, to quiz myself on what I am reading. So I have created a new project, which is a new feature for ChatGPT Pro, but this technique is going to generally be able to be applied in any model in the coming months, I'm pretty sure. Any model that you can drop a large file into for context, this will work just fine. So what I've done is created this project, and I just dropped the entire PDF of the Intro to Statistical Learning textbook in here so that the model has that for context. Then I just added some general instructions that basically tell the model to be my tutor effectively, right? Quiz me in this exact way. And I can put this description in the video description. And then all I'll do is, like, I'm sitting on the bus like a nerd trying to just learn some concepts, and I'll say, just quiz me on chapter 2. And it will search through those project files, which is just the PDF. And so it's way less likely to have hallucinations because it has the actual textbook in its context right now. If you do this without the textbook in its context, it'll probably still work okay, but it might hallucinate, which you're not gonna like that because you'll be learning the wrong thing. Okay, which of these following best describes irreducible error? I'm doing this on the spot, but it looks like B. So I would answer, and then I would actually answer like a full sentence here, but I'm not going to for the moment. And just to sort of really have to go and retain, or go and retrieve that information. Now it's doing some reasoning, and it's going to actually grade me. So in conclusion, the framework for learning machine learning effectively is: 1, stick to books. They have condensed all the information in that space down to exactly what you need. 2, use self-testing for retention. And 3, projects in Python that relate to the book you're reading. Okay, so I hope you will read this book and follow along with the rest of the series, where I'm going to outline the most important concept from each chapter and provide a nice little demo in Python to go with it that you can mess around with to gain intuition. All right, thank you so much.